channel. Today I have a really exciting video because today we are smartening up Johnny. Currently he looks like the mix between a woolly mammoth and a wannabe hippo. So I think it's about time we change that and make him look a little bit more like the event pony I'm hoping he's going to turn out to be. It's been a really long time since giving him a makeover. He's basically lived out all winter and is covered in all sorts of stable stains. He's got loads of feathers. His mane is really long and his tail is just disgusting. So we're going to pull his mane, take off all his feathers and give him a complete wash, and hopefully he's going to look really smart. So without further ado, let's go get him in and we can get started. So before we get started, this video is sponsored by Function Beauty, which is a hair product company for humans. It's the company I use for my hair and I have been using them ever since I cut my hair off last year. So whilst Johnny is mentally preparing himself for becoming a new horse, we're going to skip to a short section about Function Beauty and their products.
Hair care, just like skincare, is never one size fits all, which is why Function Beauty creates 100% customizable shampoo and conditioners for your unique hair. All of their products contain no parabens, sulfates, GMOs or toxins, and are all 100% vegan and cruelty-free. What I love so much about these products is the fact that they are completely customizable to your specific hair type. So for me, I used to have frizzy hair, and when I was choosing the hair goals, I made sure to pick anti-frizz, and now my hair is always really nice and smooth and never frizzy, even if it's in a riding hat all day. To make your perfect shampoo, all you need to do is fill out a really quick 2-minute quiz on the Function Beauty website where you'll fill in your type of hair and your hair goals, and then you get to choose the scent of your shampoo and the colour of it, and you even get to put whatever name you want on the bottle. These are my chosen hair goals. Obviously, as I ride a lot, my hair is always in a hat, which means it gets really sweaty, so I wanted to make sure it was as healthy as I could make it. For my scent, I chose vanilla and shea butter. I've also tried the peach and I have had so many compliments on how nice my hair smells. Function Beauty also offer other fully customizable hair care products such as this leave-in treatment, which I really love as it's great for quick touch-ups on the go as there's no rinsing necessary. If you're interested in ordering, you can click my link in the description to get 20% off your first order.
Thank you to Function Beauty for sponsoring this video. So now we found out how I keep my hair clean, it's time to start making this one clean. So the first thing we need to do is get him all smartened up. We need to trim his feathers, pull his mane, pull his tail, all those little jobs before we go on to the washing. This will probably make quite a big difference anyway, because I think the feathers are what made him look quite clunky. We weren't really sure if we were going to take them off anyway because we want him to do some showing as well, and for working hunter classes he needs them on, but feathers will grow back. His grow so quick, so if you want to do a working hunter class with him, we'll just let them grow. But for now we're trying to make him look like an event pony, so they're coming off.
Before I began, I made sure I had out all the equipment I was going to need, and then I started to tackle his feathers. So I actually went ahead and cut as much of it off as I could, keeping the scissors pointing away from his leg at all times and going in a downwards motion. Because his feathers are so thick, we had to cut as much off as we could to start with because the trimmers wouldn't be able to get through them otherwise. I did also trim the feathers around the front of his hoof as well, just to make him a little bit smarter. Then I just went ahead with the trimmers and smartened it all up a bit and got rid of any of the messy bits. My next job was to cut his very yellow tail because it was so long it was practically dragging on the floor. So to do that, I put my arm under his tail and figured out where I was going to cut it to, and then I attempted to do as straight a line as I possibly could. It wasn't very straight, but I did my best, and when it's all fluffed out, you can't really tell. Then we were on to the mane. Now this was a mega job. As you can see, it is so thick, so long, not exactly the look we are going for with our smart event pony. That's where he's rubbed it out on his rug, which makes it all in all quite an interesting look. So I just started out by cutting it to what I thought would be a nice, sensible length, a good starting point, and then somehow I ended up accidentally doing this.
I don't know, you better stop!
So yeah, I single-handedly managed to ruin his entire mane. I'm not even sure how I managed that, but I had to hand over the scissors to Mum at this point and let her pull his mane and try and fix it as much as she could. She did a very good job, although it still is a little bit wonky. It was at this moment everything got quite chaotic because we suddenly realised we still had lots to do in not much time. We still had to trim his ears, pull his forelock, pull his tail and give him a huge bath, so it was all hands on deck to get that all done.
Johnny looks like a schoolboy. Johnny looks like a schoolboy. The time has come for the wash. Johnny has been smartened up. He looks like a schoolboy. And now we have to get the stains off of him. You be a good boy.
And it's on to the big wash. As you can see, Johnny was actually a really good boy with this. I was a bit worried about him being silly because when we got him, he was really nervous about water and he wouldn't let me get anywhere near him with the hose. But he's really grown up over the last year or so and was such a good boy. You may have noticed I'm not using the typical horse shampoo. I'm actually using the new Honest Horse shampoo bars from Honest Riders. These are sustainable alternatives to your typical horse shampoo. There is no waste, they are so easy to use and they work so well. I think Johnny was actually really enjoying his bath. It was like a 2-in-1 massage and deep clean. I did end up getting a little bit over enthusiastic with the scrubbing.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never.
When I moved on to washing Johnny's legs, he was such a pest and would not leave me alone. He was so intrigued by what I was doing and why I was scrubbing his legs. I even used the shampoo bars for his tail. They worked so well and it was so easy to wash out any of the excess soap. Here I am using the dry rug mitt to dry off Johnny's face and neck before I put on his dry rug.
So, I've cleaned Johnny, he's all smartened up. He's currently eating a sponge, we're just going to ignore that though. So, what I'm going to do is put him in his stable to dry off. He's got his dry rug on, which means very soon he'll be nice and dry, and then we can do the final catwalk and the final reveal. And see my new smart event pony, hey? Hey? So, I'll see you guys in a bit. So, Johnny's all dry now. We're going to do the final catwalk and the final reveal. He's kind of forgotten how to act, I'm not sure what's going on here. He knows how to pose for a camera. So let's go and see what my smart new event pony looks like, hey? Why is it just standing here? Okay. watching. I'm very impressed with how well Johnny looks now. He looks very handsome. I think he knows it too. I hope you guys all enjoyed watching his makeover and seeing all his lovely dapples as well. Thank you again to Function of Beauty for sponsoring this video. Make sure you check out my link in the description.